perfect venue. Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Oregon Ducks and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. He understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters. But he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. So LSU's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a crease. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start. They'll try the counter. See some running room. There he goes. Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is. Try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it. And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Now here's Raiola. Fires left. Makes a connection. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Gonna run it. It's Davison. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
On the move. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No good. After the miss, no change in the score.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
Quick give. It's Berry. Just smothered on the play. LSU right back to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Finds his man. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Finds his tight end. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the 1st down.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Left side is Harris. Crosses the 30, he's got away. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Fresh set of downs going up top. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense trying to take it back. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. That gives him 54 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Raiola. Here comes the heat. Slings it downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at.
Oh, a lot of space. At the 20. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Oregon. You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just some fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Out wide left, it's Green. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Get up out me, boy.
First down for this offense.
That Derrick Henry stiff arm, boy. Better wrap up.
Drops back, it's Levitt. Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to run it. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Pushes ahead. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be 4th down.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th down.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Keeping his eyes downfield. The throw. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He'll toss it. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line. Quarterback keeps it. He locked up and held on to bring him down. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Through the noise, Raiola tries to get him set. He's got it down the field. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run.
Take the 3.
No,
take the 3. Don't do nothing stupid.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal. Pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on 4th down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Straight ahead, it's Berry. Hard running there. He'll be stopped at the 15. It'll be a 1st down, and his defense misses an opportunity to keep them backed up close to the goal line. To the air, it's Levitt. Going deep. Makes the grab down the left side. Here he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
And it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I'll tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on it and more attention to it.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Here's Raiola to throw. Rushes on. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
And I love this defense being ready at the end of the half, playing the 2-minute situation beautifully, forcing the turnover here now, a chance to break this tie, get some points. Nice execution by this defense late in the first half.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Making the adjustment. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Makes a move. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback changing the play. Left side is Wilson. And the big game, and they've got it on the 46. Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Back to throw. It's Levin. Flush to the left. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And wings it incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bbit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Making the adjustment on the play. They're looking to pass from the red zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to...
Snags it, and he's open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. LSU quick to the line. Motion from the wideout. Tells the run, lost a pass. He'll pull it down and run. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's changing the play. To the air, it's Lemon. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Ducks. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Drops back on first down. Out wide left, it's Harris. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He'll pull it down. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
To throw, it's Levin. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. The 10. Touchdown, Ducks. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And, man, this defense proving to be so opportunistic. They don't just turn people over. You've already seen them scoop up a fumble, take it back to the house, now an interception, and take it back to the house. They make big plays, and they put that thing in the end zone.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse, otherwise.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Second down, gonna throw it. Rush right in his face. Slides away. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looks it in at the 40. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. It back, and here comes the offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. From the gun, it's Griffin. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Here's Raiola to throw. Extending the play. Lets it fly. Left side, it's Johnson. Snags it, and there's running room. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
When these offenses get in the rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And he tacks on the extra point. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Moving the pocket. It's Levitt. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Right side, it's Watkins. Runs through, man. He might have some space. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
And back to the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. And here's the third interception of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing Raiola. He wants to go deep. Upstairs to make the catch. Out of bounds at the 16 after the big-time gain. What a tough break for the defense. You get a hand on the football, and they still make a big play.
Man, how difficult is that? The ball is deflected. To be able to keep your eyes on the football, continue to concentrate from a fortuitous bounce, Reese. A nice break to him, makes the catch, makes the big play down the field.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Moving to his left. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll run it on the counter. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
All right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion, but you've got to do a better job.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Raiola to throw for it on 4th. Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. Listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats at the end of the season. We look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Back to pass, it's Levitt. Looking long. He's got it on the outside. Wide open spaces. The 20. Touchdown, LSU. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Wide right, it's Johnson. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
You know, and that's disappointing for the head coach because you drill these 2-minute, 4-minute type situations late in games. You've got to have awareness and understand what you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to bleed the clock, and you can't do that if you're running out of bounds.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. The give as they work on that clock. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Raiola. Still looking. Unloads to the wideout. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
What a great job defending the comeback there by the defender, right? He was able to squat, transition, break on the ball, and knock it down. Could not have played that better.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. In deafening noise, here's Dylan Raiola. Gonna let it fly. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. The Ducks moving quickly to the line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Got his man. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. So the defense trying to maximize their clock management. They use the timeout here, and the 2-minute stoppage is coming. The Ducks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
And the point after is good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking downfield, it's Lemon. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Oh, pressure's coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Snapped on fourth down. Looking left. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they're able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He'll pull it on the read. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. He'll toss it. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that can win in contest.
Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued. What a game he's had. Third touchdown in this one and 5 on the season.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Looking for a man. It's Levin. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Wants to throw on first. Fires to the wideout. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Maybe some room here at the 20. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just
Come on, Ray. What you trying to do? Let's go, Ray. What you trying to do?
Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice, he can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Davison. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.